against the Eastern Cape Judge President Selby and Mbenenge. This is continuing, and for more on this, we speak to our reporter Canny Maphanga. I must say, Canny, I did tune in and listen a little bit to this one, talking about all of the emojis, what they mean, what they could mean, what the symbolism is, and going into depth. So today, the cross-examination, is this is where we're going, we're expecting today.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Leanne, and to the viewers at home. The use of emojis between Judge President Selby Mbenenge and Judge's Secretary Andiso Mbenenge remains in sharp focus at the Judicial Conduct Tribunal here in Sandton as it continues to probe sexual harassment allegations against the top judge. Now, the bone of contention here regarding these use of the emojis is that they form part of the significant bulk of the evidence before the Judicial Conduct Tribunal in determining whether there was alleged sexual harassment between the pair. Remember, there were communications that were received and sent between the pair where there was a vast use of those emojis to communicate or convey a particular message. Now, we've already heard from Andiso Mbenenge that she received these emojis allegedly from the Judge President with the intention to convey a message that had a sexual connotation to it. And she also argues that when she responded with her own use of emojis, that she was simply laughing it off, trying to minimize the severity of the situation that she alleges that she was facing at the hands of the Judge President. Now, because there is a dispute between the pair regarding what the emojis intended to convey when they were sent or received by either party in this particular dispute, that is the role of Dr. Zakira Dokrat as a forensic and legal linguist to provide an expert lens to the use of emojis between the pair in these over 800 exchanges between them. We've seen that she's highlighted that in her overall analysis, she saw that their conversations had a professional start, but of course degenerated to the use of emojis to convey sexual acts. She highlights this finding through various examples. It's quite fascinating to see how she's able to analyze the emojis using the text as well as the sequence in which the emojis were placed in those WhatsApp messages. If we highlight just maybe two, there was a message where the Judge President allegedly sent the banana peel emoji to Andiso Mbenenge, and it followed an acronym which related to a sexual act. In her analysis, Dr. Dokrat stated that at first glance, a banana peel is referring to a fruit that has been peeled. However, in the context upon which she sees it in those text messages, it is referring to a sexual act. There was another sequence of an eggplant together with a peach fruit, which in our common understanding would be the depiction of a vegetable and a fruit. However, in the context that Dr. Dokrat sees it, she testified that it is followed, or rather what precedes that particular sequence of emojis was the question intimate with a question mark, meaning that she analyzed it as a depiction of the Judge President allegedly speaking of or conveying a message of sexual intercourse. Now, we expect that with the cross-examination, the legal team of Judge President Mbenenge will try to dismantle this evidence by stating, or rather advancing, the overall argument that an expert analysis cannot trump an individual's intention when they send a particular emoji and what message they were trying to convey. Of course, that hearing will begin at 9:30 a.m. this morning. We'll be giving you that live. Over to you in studio.
All right, Canny, thanks so much. Let's see what today holds in store for us on this particular hearing.